This is event number 43, Women's Open A, Heat A. In lane 1, we got the University of California at Berkeley. Lane 2, the University of San Diego. Lane 3, Colorado Rowing Club. Lane 4, University of British Columbia. Lane 5, University of California at Los Angeles. Lane 6, University of California at San Diego. And we have it start. And it looks like our early leader is lane 1, the University of California at Berkeley. They're being challenged in lane 2 by University of San Diego.
Event number 44.
And then it's in third positions in lane 4. It's the University of British Columbia.
Club, lane 1.
And UCLA
UC Irvine
in lane 5.
2. UC
Then Colorado Rowing Club in lane 3. And then University of California San Diego in lane 6.
Cal State Long Beach, lane 5. UC Santa
So
Barbara,
all crews
lane 6.
push through that 250-meter mark, rowing comfortably now. And our leader is still in lane 1, University of California at Berkeley. Then that second position's out in lane 5. It's the University of California at Los Angeles. And then it's lane 3, Colorado Rowing Club, and lane 4, University of British Columbia, and lane 2, the University of San Diego. And then bringing up the field is lane 6, University of California at San Diego. So 500 meters, this is your field. You got Cal in lane 1. And lane 5, UCLA. And then lane 4, University of British Columbia. Then it's lane 2, the University of San Diego. And lane 3, Colorado Rowing Club. And then UC San Diego in lane 6.
Event number 43, the Women's Open. And this will be the first of 2. So the first 3 will go forward. Checking lane assignments, University of California is in lane number 1. And they are our current leader. University of San Diego in lane 2. Colorado Rowing Club is in lane 3. British Columbia is stroking out of lane number 4. UCLA is in lane 5. And the University of California San Diego A crew is out in lane number 6. And maybe as you talk about this a little bit, Mary, you might explain what the Women's Open entails.
Well, the Women's Open entails, it's open to anybody. For example, as we're seeing this Cal women's crew come down, these are the candidates that are going to be fighting against each other to get a spot for the varsity 4 for the NCAA championship. So Cal elected to bring an open 4 instead of fielding 4s in the collegiate women's 4 race, just to give their athletes an advantage to row together, to see what kind of hierarchy they're going to get, and we're going to see how they're going to perform together.
We'll see that indeed here on event number 43, the Women's Open A. And California continues to be on the lead. But UCLA has certainly let them know that they are around. And now UCLA is having to contend a little bit with British Columbia on their shore side lane. University of San Diego is somewhat in the hunt. Then we've got some open water back to the Colorado Rowing Club and to the University of California San Diego.
What's interesting about this race is these athletes, they provide the bottom pressure for the varsity and the JV. And you know, to get a bid for the NCAA championships, you need a solid team, a solid 30-squad team to make sure that you guys have enough pressure to produce 3 fast boats to qualify for the NCAA championships.
Well, that's true in so many sports, that if you don't have an across-the-board situation where during practice and drills and so on and so forth that the A club is not being pressed, they're never going to get any better. And sometimes you see a fantastic A crew and then they fold their tent when it gets into big competition because they have not been pushed. So it's positive to see that Cal is out here with the situation that they're in and on the lead in this particular race.
The UCLA 8 and the Cal 8, these women hold their varsity 8s accountable.
Well, that works every time, and I'm sure their coaching staff is delighted with the situation as it stands. Cal continues on the lead. UCLA on the far outside in lane number 5, but they have been trying to get rid of the University of British Columbia, and the gang from Canada will not go away. Now, we do have some open water back to the Colorado Rowing Club, and they have bumped up and taken over the position from the University of San Diego, and trailing way back is the University of California, San Diego. If I said that twice, I apologize. University of San Diego is in second to the last spot, and then UC San Diego is trailing in this crowd, and they're trying to catch Cal. California in the white shell and golden jerseys in lane number 1. UCLA all the way on the outside, and they've got some open water to make up. British Columbia has stayed in essentially the same relative position throughout, so they've not been able to make a move on the Bruins. Then we have some open water back to what is shaping up to be kind of an interesting race, although this is a heat race. University of San Diego and Colorado Rowing Club are going bow marker to bow marker, and then trailing is the University of California, San Diego. This is Cal, moving along very smoothly and confidently, as the top 3 will go moving on, and it looks like that's pretty well established, unless Colorado and the University of San Diego can get up and catch up. And all of that aside, let's say the top 3 are going to go in. I want to tell you, when it comes down to seeing who's getting to the finish line first, it'll be USD and Colorado giving it all out at the end. So it goes Cal, UCLA, and British Columbia, and it looks like University of San Diego has jumped up just ever so slightly over Colorado Rowing Club, and then the University of California, San Diego is trailing. It is California across the finish line, the unofficial winner. UCLA will finish in that second spot, and apparently it will be British Columbia. But nose to nose is USD and Colorado Rowing. USD and Colorado Rowing. It is Colorado Rowing in the white and USD in the blue shell as the other crews cross over. Let's take a quick peek at the battle for 4th spot here. They are bow marker to bow marker. It is the blue shell is the University of San Diego, and it looks like they may have just beaten them by a bow length and got past the Colorado Rowing Club, as we're going to take just a real quick look here. And they come down to the finish line. The blue shell on the far side is the University of San Diego, and it looks like they got it by about a half a bow length, maybe only 2 or 3 feet. So a nice closing row as the University of San Diego came from behind to at least have bragging rights over Colorado. Looking at the top 3, Cal, UCLA, and British Columbia.
Just find one of them. No.
Okay. This is race number 44.